Now, if you're going to explore Norfolk Island, let me tell you, there's a few ways you should do it. Don't drive the whole island. Try and get out and soak up the beautiful environment. There are a few ways you could get out and hike, and there's some amazing hiking trails and spectacular scenery. But the other thing you could do is jump on a bike, which is exactly what I'm going to do, and ride the island. And before you change channels, don't worry. There's no changing into Lycra for me. No way. We're doing it on an e-bike. This is an electric bike story. The riding has never been easier or more enjoyable. And my journey starts at Norfolk Island's Fitness and Health Centre, where I'm meeting up with Kelvin, who regularly guides people around the island on these amazing e-bikes that do all the hard work for you. Oh, look at the view, mate. This is just beautiful.
Yeah, no, it's really nice here. There's some wonderful views on the island for sure.
And this is part of the experience as you're riding the bikes. Tell me about the e-bikes, because a lot of people would have ridden a bike before, but an electric bike's a bit different. They're not hard?
Yeah, no, the electric bikes really do make the ride more enjoyable, especially when you have a little bit of a steeper hill. It really does flatten out those hills, so it's really good.
The ride takes us through some spectacular scenery, and there are highlights along the way you just have to stop and admire, like St Barnabas Chapel, built in 1880. Its stunning architecture tells of a time when the Anglican Church decided that conversions of Melanesians to Christianity was a priority. And they set up a large area, almost a third of the island in size, to educate the faithful. And the journey continues on into some spectacular country. This over here is a 100-acre forest, but lining on the road next to it, these spectacular Moreton Bay figs. Look at the size of them, the huge buttress root system. They're just spectacular. This is definitely an Insta moment. Make sure you get your camera out and get a photo with them. Headstone Reserve is another incredible piece of scenery that you'll get to ride through. Who's this Barney Duffy fella?
Barney Duffy's a local legend. He's an urban myth on the island, an escaped convict. Hid out on the island for 7 years, and while he was going to the gallows, he cursed 2 soldiers. Well, the legend goes the next day down here at Headstone Reserve, they were fishing and happened to get washed off the rocks and drowned. So the story has just blown up from there, and it's been really something quite exciting for people to talk about.
The great thing about this tour, apart from Kelvin's commentary along the way, is the fact you are soaking in the atmosphere, absorbing the scenery and getting some fresh Norfolk air along the journey. Well, this really is a lot of fun, and it's not hard work. These e-bikes make it so easy to get around the island, and when you're out in this environment, it can be incredibly moving. But you know what? You'll love it. I promise you. Give it a try. E-bikes. Take the tour. It's so much fun.